Welcome to Pine Thicket Philosophies, the non-podcast podcast where we do everything the podcast experts tell you not to do. If you are looking for a finely polished and professional podcast crew, well, folks, we ain't it. But if you want to virtually join a group of old outdoorsmen from southern Appalachia, as we sit around the fire and talk about any one of our favorite topics, we'll pour a cup of coffee, pull up a chair, and enjoy.
Tell you,
I'll throw an owl in there.
If you go to North Carolina and you're going to order salmon, don't put an L in it. They'll make fun of you.
Yes,
in the restaurant, they will. They'll make fun of you.
Yes.
Even if you just say salmon and it similarly sounds like you put an L in it, they'll still make fun of you.
Like the waitress.
Yeah,
not like your friends. Like the
Well, they
waitress,
will
she
too,
goes, "What do you want?"
Like what?
What did you say?
What'd you say?
Yeah, she did that. Okay, hey, welcome back. We're going to try to get another one in before we have to cook supper.
Have you unmuted me yet?
Yeah, you're on. You're on.
That was stressful.
Yeah.
Stressful.
But let me rephrase that. We're going to try to get another one done before JR cooks supper, and the rest of us stand around talking and watching, and kind of
salivating.
I think admiring is the right word.
admiring. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that could be a good word. That could be a good word.
Anticipating the deliciousness.
Yes. So, did we ever decide what we were going to talk about this time?
I got something that's pretty cool to talk about, and that's just how JR is preparing the meal. And he had this little fire pit, right, which is pretty much like off a wheel. And somebody was like, "Hey, Cam, you got some pliers?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got my Leatherman tool right here, which I just got, and it's like the ultimate little weapon, And JR just takes my pliers and starts just bending some wire. I'm like, this is pretty cool. What's he got going on over here? And he starts bending out this little frame for the little wheel that we're cooking on tonight. He made a little frame from his oven, and one bar here, one bar there, holds the pork chops perfectly. I'm really excited about it tonight. That was just a little adapt and overcome that
I will try
JR did.
I'll try to get some pictures to put in because it is quite impressive.
Appreciated.
It is quite impressive,
That
and
was cool.
we tend to take that type of stuff that JR does on every trip for granted because he just does it. And a lot of times he just does it, and we don't even know it, and then we're like, "Oh, what is that?" And
So, I do have a question for JR.
okay,
How do you decide what our cuisine is going to be for a trip?
Well, this particular one, I asked all of you to give me a suggestion. And I had one, Cam, had two of them right off, and then we had them. And the rest of the time, it's like just whatever, I feel we ain't done in a while, Because, we've been talking about stuff we ain't done ever, like, biscuits and gravy at breakfast, like beans and greens and cornbread, for supper. We're still going, but that's taking it a little too far. I don't know if I care enough about y'all for that. But, talk about doing stuff out of nothing at all. Right. We are always MacGyvering something. I mean, one time we was all having to do hammock stands. Dave didn't have a hammock stand. Josh and I went up into the woods and cut poles and created a hammock stand right there. And it looked like we was going to barbecue a large animal like a, stegosaurus or something. But, it worked. But,
I actually think I have a picture looking down that sandbar of all of our stands. And if I do, I will send it to you, Brad, so you can.
I remember you
can
taking
put it
that
in
picture.
here.
Yeah, improvising. Sometimes we improvise, and it ends up working out like amazingly well, to where we make plans to do this like permanently in like this. I mean, this was we just needed something to hook these mic booms to, and they fit perfectly. And hey, it's cool. And so I think I'm going to find like a busted up canoe and just cut it in half and kind of have the camera down this way and everybody sitting along the sides. I think that
that'd
would
be
be
cool.
kind of cool.
It would.
So, excuse me. But yeah, what's some other things that?
Well, we MacGyvered this trip because, we had a brand new cook stove, good Coleman,
Oh.
2-burner stove. I said, Brad, do I need to bring a stove, or are you going to bring that new one of yours? And so I didn't bring one. I walked by it several times, picked it up once, never did load it up, and I thought, Brad has got us covered. We can always count on Brad. And so, yeah, I'm afraid that's what happened.
Here we go.
He come out with his brand new stove, would not work for crap. And you know what we had for backup? We had a jet boil,
Yeah.
a little stove that folds up that you put
Like a
alcohol
pocket rocket.
in.
Yeah. Pocket rocket stove.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And we managed to get the brand new Coleman working on maybe 1 burner if you're careful.
It's about a third power. It seems like to me. I mean,
It's
really,
a
about a
slow.
third power.
But we improvised and we got through breakfast, no problem. Had the coffee on, everything. Shoot, we just sailed right through it.
Yep.
Good. I'm not under a tree. Did you hear that limb fall out of that tree over there just a second ago?
No.
It was right over there. Big limb just fell out of one of the trees.
Well, good
Oh
Widowmaker.
wow. There's some really good ones right over
That's
our
why
heads.
I look back where my hammock's at, and I'm like, well, I'm not even under the tree, so I'm okay.
So you're saying we're here next to this 150-year-old live oak with limbs that have been hanging up there since before my great-great-grandpa was born, and we wonder if they're going to fall out tonight, or maybe right now.
I was going to say, I'm worried
Or
about
now,
right
that
now.
would be that'd be an end to a podcast right there, buddy. Take out the whole group with one big limb.
That one limb right there would do it too.
No,
Yeah.
but it ain't gonna fall.
Yeah. No, it's
We're good.
Nah,
We're good.
there's a lot worse ways to die.
talking about improvising stuff. What? Remember we used the end of a ratchet strap, the hook on the end of a ratchet strap to tighten up the hitch ball
Oh,
on
yes.
Brad's truck, because the ball literally come loose off the hitch,
That was the
and we had no wrench to tighten it, and we took a daggum end of a ratchet strap, and it would fit on the nut enough that we could pull and tighten it.
and that got us to a Walmart to buy one, which by the way, I carry with me everywhere I go now. It's in the bag in
wrench
the back
stays
of my
in the
truck.
Yeah.
Because we were going down trying to get on the Perdido River in South Alabama, which the Perdido River Trail splits Alabama and Florida. It's along the line there, and we were trying to canoe down through there, and we were trying to get to the input, the put in. We was trying to get to the put in, and it had we had some issues with the ball coming loose, and so it was
Might have been the rough roads.
yes, it was
that
a
we
very
drove
rough road.
It was
might
like-
have also been the fact that we had been trying to get to that place for about 3 hours.
We drove 20 miles on rough roads to get 5 miles off the main road.
Yes,
Only one
Because
flat
they
tire.
were fences.
we cut a tire.
Cut a tire.
Also, Glendon did. There's somebody driving down in there behind us.
Going
Okay.
in. Going in.
He's going in.
Maybe
I
they're
don't.
going to go camp.
I guess.
They wanted to be in the video, maybe.
All right.
Man, those potatoes smell good.
They do smell good. It's
Oh,
too bad
yeah.
y'all don't have smell-o-vision. Or
Unless my
smell.
oven's on fire.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fire.
I don't say, well, there is a little bit of smoke.
Okay, as long as it's just a little bit.
Josh is going.
Josh is going to investigate.
check.
Josh is going to go check. All right. So while Josh is gone, talk bad about him, Larry.
There's so much. There's
I
so much
put
can
him on the
say.
spot.
I mean, coconut water. Who drinks coconut water on a canoe trail?
Josh.
Josh. And adds flavoring.
To coconut water. Yes.
To coconut
Well, that is
That's sad.
that is smelling.
That's sad.
We good?
Yeah, there wasn't no fire. It's just, you put the cobbler in there, right? The apple crisp. I think where it's frozen, the steam is coming off of it.
Sizzling a little.
Ooh.
Yeah, where
Good
it's
deal.
warming it up, making some steam.
Brad put me-
We'll
ma-
check it when we're done
Brad
here.
made me talk bad about you.
That's cool.
May have to have dessert first tonight.
I knew y'all would. I heard y'all say y'all was going to.
All right. So what else we gonna talk about, guys? You got anything, Dave? Nope.
No, not really. I just like to listen to you guys.
You know, last night we had to improvise a bear,
Oh yeah.
fumbler. Had to get a bear line put up and get our food stuffs all stowed away.
And when you're talking about a Bite Me crew having to put all their food up in trees, that's a lot of stuff.
A lot of crap.
I mean, we
There's something to eat in every container around here.
we
Yeah,
had
snacks.
how many coolers did we have in there? I mean, I know mine was in the air.
Well, I think we compressed everything of JR's into just the one. 'cause
Yeah,
the
we
one-
managed to get it in one, but it was full. Lord have mercy.
And it was heavy.
Yes.
And how those ropes kept from breaking.
Hey, paracord.
Paracord, yeah.
American made.
But the thing is, we didn't have a bear
No,
that we know of.
but we did
But
stay alert for it.
if we had left it on the ground, they'd have been there probably. They'd have
Yeah.
came. If
Probably.
we
Scrambling
hadn't
through.
took precautions, there'd have been one there probably.
Probably so. All right. Yeah, we've hey, it went past 10 minutes this time, so it's
Hey.
working like it's supposed to.
Well, good deal.
Yay. And I did it exactly the same. So I don't know. I don't
Maybe
know what
he'll do it.
I don't know. What about the different on the trips down here? What about the different troubles that we've had?
Mm.
Vehicle type deals. I mean, of course the big one comes to mind.
That's
Water
when we
pump.
went to Alabama, the water pump.
The
Mhm.
water
Went to
pump.
Blakely.
Brand new water pump. Exploded.
Brand new water pump exploded on my Suburban when I had the big white Suburban. I loved that truck, but I don't. It was probably my favorite truck ever, but it was one of those that when I sold it, I wasn't that sad to see it go. How many trips? How many different vehicles have we? I mean, we never come all in one vehicle. I think we went to Blakely. That time we were all in one.
Well, except for Glendon.
Except
for
He came
Glendon and
with
Cam.
us,
Cam came down.
Came separate.
Cam came down separate. Yeah. So
So it's 3 vehicles then,
3 vehicles now.
3 vehicles today.
I think we've just nearly always ended up with 3.
Well,
Because a lot of times Glendon, when he lived down here, he would just meet us here.
yeah. Of course, that when we come here the first time, we swung by and picked him up, or JR did.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Cam and you and Dave drove separate too that time. So we had Brad's, JR's, and or maybe they rode with you, JR. I can't remember.
I know, we stopped by there, didn't we?
Yeah, you was with JR, wasn't
Yeah.
you?
Oh yeah,
You the first
yeah. That
one.
was the trip that you had arm surgery and wasn't really
Yeah.
supposed to be driving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it went all right.
Should
It
we
went-
tell that story? Should we tell that story? I think we
You
should.
talking about the one where we run up on the curb?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
At
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
So we got separated in Atlanta traffic, which, there's rush hour traffic in the morning. It's not hard to imagine that we would get separated. But the fact that I had gotten way out in front of him pulling a canoe trailer, But anyway, so we get down south of Atlanta, and it doesn't really matter where, but we're south
about
of it.
Macon.
Yeah, we're south of Atlanta. And so we told them, hey, we're going to stop here at this exit, and we're going to Chick-fil-A. Okay? And so we go in. They say, all right, we'll meet up with y'all there. Awesome. So we go in, and we're in there eating. And I'm pretty sure it was Larry that looked up and said, what are they doing?
It might have been. I can't remember. Because we was watching out the window for y'all the whole time.
Yeah. You remember this?
Yeah, kind of.
Kinda. How do you kinda remember this?
Keep going.
So we look up, and these two are walking like through the street. Busy street. And they just walk up, and they just kind of stand in the parking lot. just kind of look around.
It was like, where's JR at in the truck?
Josh goes, where's JR? And about that time, now picture this, maroon Chevy truck with 2 neon green kayaks strapped to the top of it. And he comes around the corner at Chick-fil-A, very crowded Chick-fil-A, mind you, very crowded.
What Chick-fil-A is not crowded?
True. And he is like on 2 wheels, tires screaming. And then he whips in the parking place beside them, jumps up on the curb, crushes their ornamental plants there, backs back off, gets off, and they're still standing there just watching like, wow, he just crushed those plants. And JR and everybody in the restaurant has stopped eating, and it's just quiet. And everybody's looking out the window. JR gets out of his truck like a big grizzly bear. He was a good bit bigger then than you are now. And he gets out, and he's got this arm, and it was your right arm, wasn't it?
I wasn't actually in the sling.
He didn't have
at
the
that
sling
time.
on.
He was supposed to be.
He was
I had the
driving, so
sling.
he wasn't wearing it.
Yeah. And so then he stretches, and when he does, his suspenders go, pew!
Yeah, cheap suspenders. Should buy American.
Yeah. So then we were sitting in there, just like, because everybody's looking like, what are these guys doing? And they come in, and Cam walks in and looks. He's up at the front, and
There they are.
if you don't know Cam can be very loud, and Cam goes, "Hey!" There they are, and here he goes. We just stopped to see y'all.
And everybody turns the way he's going and to see who they come to see. It was us sitting there peacefully eating Chick-fil-A.
It's our mission to brighten people's way.
That average chicken sandwich.
Well, talking about restaurant experiences, that
I don't know where he's going.
let's see, that
Stinky
one
one?
year, yes, that one year we went to eat at Burger King before we come home. And everybody in there was just like looking at us,
Sitting as
and
far away
sitting
from us as
way
they
away
could.
because we stank that year.
Yeah, that was a bad stinky year, and there was nowhere to take a shower before we started home, and so we drive home with the windows down. But we stopped at Burger King to eat, and I think we cleaned out we emptied out the dining room. We were bad. It was bad.
It was pretty bad.
I felt sorry for the
I think
folks.
that was one year we was leaving, going back home on a Sunday, I think. So it was like, and it was right at lunchtime. So I think there was people coming from church, coming to Burger King, and they thought Satan was there. Because it was pretty bad.
Yeah, we stunk really bad that trip. Not so bad this trip.
Well, it was cool enough that you didn't sweat hardly any.
Yep. Anything else?
Kind of chilly right now.
It is kind of chilly. Anybody got anything else? Anybody want to throw anybody under the bus before we go?
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm trying to be nice.
Everybody's trying to be nice. Ooh, there's the wind. It's chilly when the wind blows.
Quite chilly.
Quite chilly. Well, all right, guys. I guess that'll wrap us up. I may put in some footage or some pictures and stuff from some past trips here, and so we will.
We got quite a bit.
I do. I have.
Just got to find them.
Yeah. All right. So, like we always say, get out there and find your own adventure, because even bad adventures make great stories. We'll holler at you later, guys. Thanks for tagging along with us.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning in for this episode of Pine Thicket Philosophies. Tune in next time as we continue to live by our motto, even bad adventures make great stories.